Hello students, welcome to AIMS India online classes. This is a chemist session. Here we are discussing about the chapter Is Matter Pure? In this session we are going to see about types of mixtures. We know that all the matter around us is not pure. Yes, the matter which is around us may not be pure. Some substances are pure and some are impure substances. If we observe some soil, or that we say as mitty, and some sugar placed on two different sheets of paper with a magnifying glass. If we take some soil into two different papers, and if you observe with some magnifying glass, we find soil contains clay particles, some grass particles, and even some dead insects, etc. These all will be there. So the soil contains particles of different kinds, and it is called an impure substance or mixture. So soil is a impure substance. It is not pure. So the matter which we see around us may not be pure always. Some matter may be pure and some are impure. For example, as we said here, if you take some soil into your hands or onto some paper, and if you observe that by using a magnifying glass, if it is soil, by watching directly also you can identify it is made up of different kinds of substances like clay particles will be there, some small stones also may be there, and even some grass pieces, and some dead insects also will be there in the soil. So these all kinds of particles are present in the soil. Thus, soil is said to be impure substance. It is also called mixture. So soil is comes under mixtures. It is not pure substance. In the same way, if you as you have taken sugar, now take the sugar on a paper and observe with the magnifying glass. What do we observe? All sugar particles only will be observed. So, which contains only one kind of particles in it. So, sugar contains only one kind of particles. All sugar particles will be there. Of course, the size might be different from one crystal to another crystal, but all sugar crystals are there. No other substance is found. Then that kind of substances which are containing only one kind of particles in it are called as pure substances. So soil is an impure substance because it is made up of different kinds of particles in it. Sugar comes under pure substances as it made up of only one kind of particles in it. Okay, we can see that most of the matter around us exists as a mixture of two or more pure components. For example, milk, seawater, minerals, etc. These all are mixtures of two or more components present in it, isn't it? If you see seawater, is pure substance? No. Seawater is salty. If you taste it, you can say easily it is salty. So it is not pure water. That water contains some dissolved salts into it. So that seawater is made up of two or more components like water and some salts. So we can say seawater is a milk. Seawater is a mixture. If you see milk also, milk actually it seems like one component, but it is made up of some water and some fat particles. These all are mixed in that. Okay, even minerals are also. These all come under mixtures. They are made up of more than one kind of particles in them. So they are called mixtures. So how many kinds of mixtures are here? We can see so many kinds of mixtures around us. So how can we classify them? How many types of mixtures are there? On the basis of chemical nature, matter can be classified into two types. First, we are going to see here the classification of matter. The matter which we see in our surroundings can be classified broadly into two types based upon the chemical composition. In the earlier classes, we have studied the classification of matter based upon the physical arrangement of molecules in the matter into solids, liquids, gases, and these all we have seen. Now, matter can be classified based upon the purity into two types. Purity in the sense based upon the chemical composition. They are pure substance and impure substance. Yes, based upon the chemical composition, matter can be classified into two types. They are pure substance and impure substance or mixture. First, let us say about pure substance, which are called pure substances. A homogeneous material which contains particles of only one kind and has a definite set of properties is called a pure substance. Yes, the substance which is containing only one kind of particles is called pure substance, to say simply. Definitionally, a homogeneous material which contains particles of only one kind and has definite set of properties is called pure substance. Or it can be defined another way also. A pure substance is a distinct type of matter that cannot be separated into other types of matter by any physical process. Yes, it is also definition of pure substance. For example, if we take sugar, sugar is a pure substance is same. So it cannot be separated into different other materials or other matter by any physical process. If you take a small sugar crystal, you break it into small pieces, then also it will be sugar only. It cannot be separated into further any other kind of matter. So such kind of matter is said to be pure matter. For example, if you see oxygen, sulfur, iron, and sodium chloride, water, these all come under pure substances. They contain only one kind of particles in them. If you say oxygen, it is made up of only oxygen atoms. Oxygen molecules will be in that. No other substance will be there. So it comes under pure substance. If I say iron, it contains only iron particles in it, so it is pure substance. If I say water, if you say pure water, it contains only water molecules in it. That is H2O molecules only will be present in it. Then it is said to be pure substance. Okay. Next about. However, if a substance is composed of two or more different kinds of particles combined together in a fixed proportion by weight, then the substance is also regarded as pure substance. Yes, as I said, now if we take water or common salt or sodium chloride, it is a pure substance because it has a fixed number of sodium and chloride ions combined together in fixed proportion by weight. Yes, actually, as we said, iron, oxygen, these are pure substances because they contain only one kind of atoms. Some substances are there, they're made up of more than one kind of atoms. Even then also they are said to be pure substances because in those molecules, those different kinds of atoms combined in a fixed ratio and they form a compound. That is why they are also said to be pure substances. For example, it is given here sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is a pure substance because it has fixed number of sodium and chlorine ions in combined together chemically. Okay, in the fixed proportion they are combined, so it also comes under pure substances. Even though it is made up of two or more kinds of particles, it is a pure substance because they are combined chemically in fixed proportions. If we say water also a pure substance, even though it is made up of different kinds of particles like hydrogens and oxygens. There, hydrogens and oxygens are combined chemically in the fixed ratio. They won't be separated by physical means. So it is a pure substance. It does not imply all homogeneous substances, for example, common salt solution in water. Yes, as we said here, sodium chloride is a pure substance, but we cannot say all homogeneous substances as pure substances. We cannot say them. For example, if you say common salt solution, if you dissolve salt into water, it forms a homogeneous substance. but it does not mean as it is pure substance. It is a homogeneous but not pure, and it can be called as pure substance as it is made up of two different substances, salt and water, and it can be separated also by physical means like evaporation and this. So it cannot be said salt solution or water salt mixture, the salt and water solution as pure substance, even though it is homogeneous. It cannot be called pure substance. What are they called? Yes, they are called mixtures. What is a mixture? When two or more substances are mixed together in any proportion such that they do not undergo any chemical change but retain their individual characteristics, the resulting product is called a mixture. Yes, we told when sodium and chlorine they combine sodium chloride, it comes under a pure substance because they are combined there chemically in fixed ratio. So it comes under pure substance. But when you combine two or more substances in any proportion and they do not combine chemically and their properties are being retained, then that's a resulting product is called mixture. For example, brass is a mixture of copper and zinc. Crude oil is a mixture of large number of different hydrocarbons. So these all come under so mixtures. So in this what's happening? The substances are mixed either in the uniform proportion or in any proportion, but they do not combine chemically. They can be separated. Such kind of products are called mixtures. Brass is a mixture of copper and zinc. Their two metals are mixed. They do not combine chemically, they are mixed. And crude oil we know it is taken from the earth crust under the layer of the earth it is collected, and it is a mixture of so many kinds of hydrocarbons like petrol, diesel, kerosene. These all are present in it. So it is a mixture. So how many types of mixtures are there? How can be these mixtures separated or classified? Mixtures are classified into two types. They are homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Yes, mixtures are of two types. They are homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Let us say about these two. First, about homogeneous mixtures. Homogeneous mixtures means a homogeneous mixture has an uniform composition throughout its mass. It has no visible boundaries of separation between the various constituents. Yes, the mixture in which the components are mixed uniformly, where the components cannot be seen separately, and there is no visible boundary for the components. That such kind of mixtures are called homogeneous mixtures. All homogeneous mixtures are called solutions. See here, they have shown some examples for the homogeneous mixtures. For example, if you see puree and coffee, milkshake, chocolate, uh, soups, and fruit juices, these all come under homogeneous mixtures. For example, in this, the mixed components cannot be seen separately. Homogeneous mixtures are of different kinds again based on the physical state of the components present in the mixture. Now if you see here, example coffee. Coffee if you take is it is one of the mixtures because it is made by mixing coffee powder, coffee decoction, water, milk and some sugar is added. So those all are mixed together. Now it seems like one component, so it is in this the components are mixed uniformly and the components are not seen separately. That such kind of mixtures are said to be homogeneous mixtures. So these homogeneous mixtures are of different kinds again based upon the physical state of the components present in it. Let us see those here once. See here different types of homogeneous mixtures are shown. If you see solid homogeneous mixtures, For example, alloys. Alloys means what? The mixture of two or more metals. For example, brass and bronze. These are made up of by mixing two or more metals into it. So they are seen like one component. So they are homogeneous solid mixtures. Next, if you see solid liquid homogeneous mixtures, very fine example, salt solution. When you dissolve solid salt into water, it forms a solution which is called solid liquid homogeneous solution. One more they have given here, when iodine is dissolved into carbon tetrachloride, it forms a solution. So these are homogeneous solid liquid solutions, mixtures. Okay, next if you see one more, liquid homogeneous mixtures. Can you say one example for liquid homogeneous mixture? Yes, we can say benzene and toluene. These are organic substances. When you dissolve one into another, they easily dissolve they mix one into another. And one more example, you can say kerosene and petrol. When you dissolve kerosene into petrol, it immediately disappears into it, forms a homogeneous solution. So they are called liquid homogeneous solutions. Next, liquid gas homogeneous solutions. For this, a very well-known example is aerated drinks or soft drinks. What happens in those? They dissolve carbon dioxide gas into water. So gas dissolved into water or liquid. Gas, liquid, homogeneous solutions, we can say them. Next, gas mixture. Very well-known example is air. Air is a mixture of so many gases like carbon dioxide, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, so many gases are there. So it is a gas homogeneous mixture. In these all, after mixing the components, they seems like one component. So they are called homogeneous mixtures. Okay. Let us see some examples for homogeneous mixtures here. All alloys such as brass and bronze. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc, whereas bronze is a mixture of copper and tin. So in this what happens? Two or more metals are mixed. But after mixing, there seems like one component. Air is a homogeneous mixture. Yes, air is a composite of so many gases. Air can be more specially described as a gaseous solution. Yes, because it is made up of so many gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor. So it is a mixture of these all gases. But it seems like one component. So it is said to be a solution also. Syrups, ice creams, medicines, face creams, kerosene, all inorganic salts in water will come under also homogeneous mixtures. Okay, so these all are the some examples for homogeneous mixtures. How syrups are made, we know sugar solution is taken, into that some medicine is mixed. In that way, syrups are formed. So these are also homogeneous mixtures. Next, heterogeneous mixtures. The mixtures in which the substances remain separate and one substance is spread throughout the other substance as small particles or droplets or bubbles are called heterogeneous mixtures. Yes, so the mixtures in which the components can be seen even after mixing are called heterogeneous mixtures. A heterogeneous mixture does not have a uniform composition throughout its mass. Yes, whereas in homogeneous mixtures, there will be uniform composition throughout the mass. But whereas in the heterogeneous mixtures, there is no uniform composition. The particles which are mixed can be seen after mixing also. It has visible boundaries of the separation between the various constituents. See here some examples for the heterogeneous mixtures are shown. Salads of fruits and vegetables if you see. After mixing also, the components can be seen separately. Which the pieces which made up of with different vegetables and fruits can be seen separately after mixing also. See here, orange pieces or banana pieces, kiwi fruit pieces, all can be seen separately after mixing also. There is no uniform composition. Even though we mix them, there is no uniform composition. They won't be mixed one into another. They can be seen separately and they can be separated also with physical means. Okay, such kind of mixtures are called heterogeneous mixtures. And some more they have shown milk and cereals, pizzas, and some salads. These all come under heterogeneous mixtures in which components can be seen clearly even after mixing. Okay. Heterogeneous mixtures are also of different kinds based on the physical state of the components present in the mixture. Yes, how we have seen in case of homogeneous mixtures, different kinds based upon the state of the component mixed. Here in the heterogeneous mixtures are also there are different kinds of mixtures based upon the physical state of the components present in the mixture. Let us see those here. Yes, here also you can say different kinds. First, if you see solid gas heterogeneous mixtures. Yes, it is interesting here. Solid gas heterogeneous mixture also present. For example, hydrogen gas adsorbed on some metals like palladium and platinum. So these metals like palladium and platinum, they have a special property. They can adsorb hydrogen gas on their surface. See here, it is not absorb, it is adsorb. Means those metals like hydrogen and palladium and platinum, they can accumulate hydrogen gas on their surface. Accumulating certain component on the surface is called adsorption. So these metals like palladium and platinum, they can accumulate hydrogen gas on their surface. That is called adsorption. Okay. So they come under heterogeneous mixture. This hydrogen won't be mixed to the all mass. Only on the surface it will be mixed. So it is a heterogeneous mixture. Next, if you say solid heterogeneous mixtures, one of them is gunpowder. Gunpowder is a mixture of charcoal, sulfur, and niter. So different components are mixed in it. So the components or the particles of different components can be seen separately there. So it is a heterogeneous mixture. Mixture of iron and sulfur powder. So if you take iron pieces and sulfur, if you mix them, even after mixing also, the components of iron and sulfur can be seen clearly because they have different colors. So it is a heterogeneous solid mixture. If we see one more, solid liquid heterogeneous mixture. For example, suspension of sulfur in water. Actually, sulfur won't be dissolved into water. If you take sulfur powder and if we stir it into water, it forms a suspension. The particles will spread over in the water. So those particles of sulfur can be seen clearly, like dirty water. So it forms a heterogeneous solid liquid mixture in the water. If you see next one more, liquid homogeneous heterogeneous mixtures. Yes, some liquids they form heterogeneous mixtures. For example, oil and water. If we mix them, oil won't be dissolved into water. Even after stirring continuously after certain time, if you allow them to live, if you leave them for certain time, what happens then? Water will go down, oil will come up as two separate layers. They won't mix up. So such kind of mixtures are called liquid heterogeneous mixtures. One more example they have shown here, benzene in water. Benzene is one of the organic liquids which won't dissolve into water. So when you pour benzene into water and if you stir it, even after stirring also, benzene will float on water and the water will go down. Two separate layers will be formed. So it comes under liquid heterogeneous mixture. Okay, next is about, let us see here also some examples for heterogeneous mixtures. Sand in water or muddy water. If you pour some sand into water, what happens? It won't mix into water. Immediately, it will go down and settles down at the water, bottom of the water. Even if you stir it, It spread over into the water. Even after spreading, after certain time again, it will settle down. It won't mix into water. The water and the salt can be seen separately there. So it is a heterogeneous mixture. Next, kerosene oil or any vegetable oil in water. Yes, oils won't dissolve into water. If you pour oil and water in one glass and if we stir it, even and if we allow them to stay for some time, water and oil they form two separate layers. We can see them clearly. See, it is shown here. Oil will come and float on water. Water will be at the bottom because it is denser. So such kind of mixtures are called heterogeneous liquid mixtures. And these two types of liquids are called immiscible liquids. The liquids which do not mix one into another are called immiscible liquids. So the mixture of two immiscible liquids come under heterogeneous mixture. Paints, soil, blood, starch solution, iron fillings, and sulfur mixtures, iron and sulfur mixture, dyes, these all will come under heterogeneous mixtures. If you see soil, is it a homogeneous mixture? If you see clearly through the soil, we can find clay, small stones, and a gravel, and some grass pieces, some insects will be there inside. So this all will be there in the soil. So soil come under heterogeneous mixture. Ice cubes in cola. Yes, often we drink some cool drinks like cola in summer. To make it chill, we add some ice cubes. Ice cubes can be seen clearly through that. It won't be mixed into it. Of course, after melting, it will be mixed into the water, cola as water. But when it is in the form of ice cubes, it can be seen clearly. Fruit salads and vegetable salads are heterogeneous mixtures. Yes, if you even if mix different kinds of fruits or vegetables, we can identify which is of which vegetable clearly, isn't it? So they come under heterogeneous mixtures. Okay, there are different kinds of heterogeneous mixtures. Next, alloys. Alloys are homogeneous mixtures of two or more metals and cannot be separated into their components by physical methods. Yes, generally, alloys are homogeneous mixtures of two or more metals, and certain sometimes along with the metals, some non-metals like carbon are also mixed. So once after mixing them by physical means, they cannot be separated. Such kind of mixtures of two or more metals are called alloys. But still, an alloy is considered as a mixture because it shows the properties of its constituents and can have variable composition. Yes, it won't be having fixed composition. It may be having variable compositions and shows the properties of the individual components. For example, brass is a mixture of zinc and copper. It is a mixture of zinc and copper. The composition may be varied also. Yes, brass is a mixture of copper and zinc. We see some utensils made up of brass in our homes also. Even these temple bells, these all are made up of brass. So this brass is made up of actually copper and zinc. Two metals are mixed into it. Even though it is seems like a one component, it is a composition of two metals. They are copper and zinc. So it is a homogeneous mixture. It is called an alloy. And if you see bronze, bronze is also one of the alloys which is made up of copper and tin. Generally, this bronze is made to used to make these god idols, and even some home utensils are also made up of this bronze. Next, one more alloy, German silver. It is what we can say. It seems like silver, but it is not that much costly. So it is used for making of these ornaments, which seems like silver, but cheaper. So this German silver is a mixture of copper, zinc, and nickel. False silver it is called. Okay. So these are coming under alloys. Alloys are the mixtures of two or more metals. One more very famous example for silver alloys is steel. We know steel is used for construction works. The steel is made up of iron and some other metals mixing into it like nickel, chromium, and some carbon is also mixed. So the mixture of these all metals and non-metals is come under alloy. Steel is an alloy. Okay, that's about different types of mixtures, heterogeneous and homogeneous mixtures. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel Aims Today for latest updates and recorded videos. Thank you.